finish this, sadly. I need to finish it still. I will eventually, but it's pretty good from what I remember of it. So I'm just going to put that aside. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Oh, I love this book. I have 3 copies of this book. I have the Ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide with all of the series in it. I have this copy, and then I have one from, like, the 80s. It's like a pocket-sized one. I love it. Dean Koontz' Odd Thomas. I've tried Dean Koontz's other books, and I found that I don't really like his writing style, but Odd Thomas was amazing. Which reminds me, I don't know where, it might be on the other shelf, I might get there eventually, but there's a book that plays off of this I'll get to eventually. The rest of these are, oh, here's my other Hitchhiker's Guide. This one's from, let's see, this one is from, doesn't have a date on it? I could have sworn it had a date on it. I know it's old. No, it's from 95. No, it's from the 82. So yeah, it's a little bit old. The rest of these are mostly just my dad's books. He gave them to us. They're all sci-fi. That wasn't a mostly. Me and my sister love sci-fi. Journey to the Center of the Earth, which I've never read. I feel like I should, though. Rendezvous. The Hunger Games, which I liked, like most other people did. I didn't love it. I never read past the first book. I will eventually, maybe, if I get around to it. Never read Future Science. I think this is a nonfiction work. Yeah, it's about theories and discoveries in science, which actually sounds really interesting. It's actually got a really cool texture to it, too. It's really pretty. This is this is a library book my sister never returned. So I'll have to remind her to return that. Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice. Never read this, but my sister loves it. Dean Koontz, Odd Hours. The 3rd, I think, book in that group. I don't know. I'm not sure. Star Wars universe. Just, well, what you'd imagine. It's just stuff about Star Wars. The Great Gatsby, which, of course, I'm pretty sure everyone has to read in English. I did enjoy it. I mean, until we analyzed it, until it was nothing, but this was from middle school. That's old. My Pokemon handbook. Yeah. Some more sci-fi. Brewster's Millions. I actually never looked this far into the pile. Norman Rockwell. More Star Wars. I'm gonna put these back in, and I'll go look through books that I've actually read. Oh God, The Cataract Odyssey. Okay, I'm not gonna dig it out because it's on the very bottom here, but you know what? Maybe I will dig it out. There's so many books on top. Hold on. This book is it's a picture book. I'm not gonna lie, but it's got writing in it. It is amazing. I adore this book. It is so good. Oh God, I'm making a mess. It's about a lemur, and it's kind of like set in a fantasy world. But the pictures are beautiful, and oh, I did it. I got it out. Okay, here we go. The pictures are so pretty, and I remember I picked this up for like maybe $5. They were having a sale back when Porter's was still around. Oh, I'm so sad. This is back when I was little, and my mother picked it up, and it's so pretty. This is the world it's set in, and it's such a good story too. If you're gonna get a book for your kids, I highly suggest this one. It's amazing. There's a lot of writing on each page, as you can see. It's a full story, and the pictures are so pretty. I'm just gonna skip. And this is Quigga. Oh my gosh, Alright, I have to get to the rest of my books, so I should probably stop. Oh, I found the book I was talking about earlier. This links into Odd Thomas. It's called John Dies at the End by David Wong, and it's not, it doesn't have to do 100% with Odd Thomas, but the idea came about from Odd Thomas. The guy who wrote it was saying that he himself, he was just an office worker who decided to write a blog, and it got really, really popular, and eventually it got made into a book. It is so funny. I really enjoyed this book. John Dies at the End. Of course, actually, I'm pretty sure you can read it. Severed arm here. It's very good. I read it twice or 3 times, maybe. Hold on, I gotta put this down. Sorry. Here we have a lot more sci-fi. I haven't read most of these, or any of these rather. Even The Kite Runner, I've never read that. Alright, let's go into, this is a box of books that I'm not even gonna get into. Got this when I was little. Huh? Still have it, still love it. Don't judge me. Go behind the door here with Muse. And here's another pile of books. Some of these are my sister's, so I haven't read all of them. Some of them are really old, so don't judge if they're little kids' books. Never read Forever Princess. I've never read Sisterhood of Traveling Pants or Mockingjay or this. But these 3, the Leviathan series, is really amazing. Here, let me just show you some of the artwork for it. It's about a kid named Alexander. It's almost like it's an alternative history, and it's really, really good. And I know it's by Scott Westerfield, who wrote Uglies and Pretties. I've never read that, so I can't judge. But I had a friend who was almost not willing to read it because of that, Uglies and Pretties. And I made him read it, and he loved it. And it's like steampunk. It's almost steampunk. It's about war between Darwinists who fabricate or create their own animals, such as the Leviathan, which is a giant flying ship that's a whale, and clunkers, which, as you can imagine, are the steampunk kind of aspect of the story. It's like, between those two, it's an alternative history. Dragon Rider, so old. Don't really like that book. Michelle, my sister, got it when I was really little. Inkheart, I hated, even when I was little. I remember in 5th grade, I tried to read it 1,000,000 times, hated it. Tales, Beetle the Bard. I have 2 copies. Well, we have 2 copies of this because my mother got one for my sister on Christmas, and my neighbor got one for me on Christmas because we talk about books a lot. And then the Harry Potter series, obviously. These were amazing when I was little. The Land of Elyon. It's about, I don't really know. It's about this girl who talks to animals. I'm not really sure. It's different. It's good reading material for younger kids, which is when I was reading it. Series of Unfortunate Events. I think I've only ever skimmed the first one. Oh, the Spiderwick Chronicles. These are all similar books. I think that's why these are all together. Spiderwick Chronicles are amazing. Tale of Despero is so good. It's about a mouse. It's sort of comedic, and it's just about a mouse who becomes sort of larger than life. It's very, very good. Changeling, I haven't read since I got it when I was really little, so I can't say too much about it. I just remember that I think it was a girl who was a changeling, which means that she was, I think she's like a human that was taken away by the fairies and was, I don't know, something like that. Dragon's Breath. This is really old too. This is really good, from what I can remember. I feel like this was a sequel. This may have been a sequel. I'm not sure. Savvy. I remember I bought this book because it was cute looking. This book is really, really good. It's like the sweetest book ever. It's about this girl named Mississippi. Everyone's nickname for her is